What's up, everybody? So today I'm going to tell you how to start a lawn care or landscaping business in 2022. Let's go. Alright, so first and foremost, if you're starting one and you don't have a lot of money, use what you have or borrow something from somebody. Borrow a piece of equipment from somebody. Don't go out and get into debt when you're just starting out. There is no need for that. And when you're starting, you want to make money. And if you're in debt, you're not going to be able to make the money that you want. And it's going to be more stressful. And it's going to make you want to quit more sooner than if you just started using what you had. So you're actually accumulating money that way versus just handing it out at the end of every month because you've got this payment and this payment. Yeah, you get the picture, right? When we first started out, we used a Husqvarna riding mower and a Cub Cadet. They were like 10 or 12 years old. All right, they weren't great, but it wasn't a zero turn. Okay, we didn't go out and buy a $7,000-$10,000 zero turn. That's not needed. If you take an old crappy riding mower, and don't be ashamed of it, guys, because you can make some stripes and you can make it look great, and it is a low cost over a zero turn. All right, so all you need is, if you have one of those, just get you some sharp blades. All right, real sharp blades. Keep them sharp. Keep the air in the tires. The air filter's good. Change the oil. Just do your regular maintenance on them, and they will be great. All right. If you got real small yards, get a self-propelled, push mower. Okay. We used a Husqvarna. It was an all-wheel drive. It's like a $300 mower. But we've also used a Craftsman bush mower, self-propelled. It's like front wheel, self-propelled, and it was probably right at $200 or something. It was super cheap. It may have been a little more than 200, but it wasn't very. It was one of the lower quality that you could get at Lowe's, and we did mow all kinds of yards with it now. We don't really do any push mowing now. It's very rare unless it's just a bank, but that mower, all those mowers pay for themselves easily within a year. And that's what I want to get at right here. So, if you don't have the money right off the bat for a riding mower, no one in your family has one you can borrow, your friends, your grandma, nobody will loan you the equipment. You don't have nothing. You're starting from nothing. All right, go around your neighborhood within a 5-10 mile radius and just knock on doors, put you out a flyer. All right, probably don't knock on doors. I haven't really had much success with that. But the flyers and mailboxes or paper boxes, that seems to work good. You can get business cards on Vistaprint for $10. All right, make you one up, put it in there, make it look professional though. That's key. I've noticed. In our area, probably the cheapest lawn cutting you're gonna get is probably like $40. If you went around your neighborhood and got like 10 yards, and you just did $40, just say they're all $40 for the ease of this thing. That's $400 a week, because you want to do weekly. Don't do bi-weekly. Some people are going to try and talk you into that, especially when you first starting out. They're going to be like, oh, that's going to save me some money. No. It shouldn't be any cheaper at all. It's actually more work. If you don't know and you haven't done it, it's more work. The grass is higher, it's thicker, especially if it's rained a lot, and it's just a mess. We always spend more time on a bi-weekly than we do a weekly. So for our 2022 business plan, we're going to try and get away from new bi-weekly yards and just go weekly. Okay, it's a lot easier and more consistent and keeps you busy. So that's something, if you're just starting out, go weekly. But if you just had those 10 yards at $40 a yard, that's $400 a week. All right, it's $1,600 a month. Just with that, now that would easily, you can go to Lowe's. I could go to Lowe's right now, and I could probably buy a brand new riding mower for probably $2,000. I think they used to have a Craftsman riding mower for like $1,999 or something like that, if I remember right. Okay, well, that's almost paid for in a month, which is your 10 yards that you've got locally. Okay, So if you needed to, I mean, you could go to any bank and you could get a small loan if needed when the time comes to purchase that mower, but then your yards that you got would pay that off. Or you could do it, vice versa, a Lowe's credit card, this and that. If you don't have the money for a credit card, right, and you've got, so much saved up, look in your classified ads. Look on Craigslist. You can find them super cheap. There was a guy that lived up the road from us. He bought all kinds of mowers, zero turns, riding mowers, fixed them up, resold them, but he didn't sell them for like thousands of dollars. He sold them for like $500, $600, depending on the deck size and whatnot. Okay, it's very easy to find those, and especially the start of spring, because a lot of people are getting rid of their old ones. They're going to go buy the new ones, okay? And there's nothing wrong with having an older one when you first start out. So, guys, just right there, take that information in, and that will help you a lot, especially in the beginning. Say you don't have, a lot of people don't have a truck, SUV, a trailer. They don't have a way to haul a lawnmower to mow lawns. Okay, well, if you're in an area with real small lawns, you can actually, most cars will hold a push mower in the trunk, and I have done that. I've actually had a push mower in the back seat, and it looked ridiculous, but we showed up and we got the job done, and you can do it, especially in the beginning, until you make enough to get somewhere, to get a SUV, a trailer, or whatnot. Okay, but say you're starting out and you don't have, all you have is a car. You don't have a push mower, you don't have a riding mower, but you want to get into lawn and landscaping. Okay, get you some hedge trimmers. You can just get the handheld clippers. You don't have to get the battery power or the gas. Get some hand clippers, okay? Get, hand tools, pruners, loppers, shovels, rakes. You can make money doing small landscape maintenance jobs. You don't have to have a lawn business to make money, okay? You don't have to mow in the beginning. You can go around, you can trim bushes, just look. If you drive down the road, if you're driving to McDonald's to go get something to eat, just look at some of the properties, whether it's commercial or if it is residential. And you'll notice that a lot of their bushes look scraggly, okay? Or their flower beds look rough. They've got weeds in them. Or you see that there needs to be mulch put down, okay? You can do all those things while just having a car. You don't need a truck or trailer. Mulch you can get delivered. Super easy. It's in my area, the local yard is only like, I think, depending on how much you get, but for standard like little small home that you're doing mulch at, it's no more than like a $30 or $40 delivery fee. Okay, to have it delivered. You don't even have to put it in a vehicle. They'll do it for you. They'll come. They'll drop it on site. Okay, and that's an easy way for you to get started right there. Now, some of the businesses, like if you go out, you're driving down the road and you see an auto parts store. It's got some landscaping out front, or your local McDonald's that you're going to get your cheeseburger at. They got some weeds in the flower bed going on, and you go up and you're like, hey, I own a landscaping business or lawn care business. I'd like to pull these weeds for you. Okay. They're probably going to want to see or know if you have insurance and all that. Okay. And if you're licensed, because the average Joe with a business card, they're not going to do that. They're going to need license and insurance. Now, I don't know about where you're from. Where I'm from, it was only $100 to start an LLC. And we did it online. We didn't have to go anywhere. It's just $100. And they sent us the paperwork through email with our certificate saying that we were legit. And now you don't have to get insurance right away. It's a good thing to have if you're doing commercial. If you're doing residential, you don't necessarily need it right off the bat. But commercial, they definitely want you to have it, or they won't even really look at you. That's something we've learned. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. Our insurance, you can get $1 million. That's what you want to have, basically standard. You want to have $1 million of general liability coverage, and it's really not that much. It's not really more than your yearly car insurance. But now, I'm not going into details about the LLC, the S corp, all that. Do your own research on that. I'm not some, major expert in that field. I do know that an LLC will protect you against if you're in a business, if you own a lawn care business, you shoot a rock out of your mower and it pops somebody in the head and it hurts them. Okay, that's walking down the street. They're not going to be suing you directly. They're going to be going after your business if you have like an LLC or S corp. You've got a little bit of protection there. You still want to have insurance for that, but that gives you protection versus if you're just the sole proprietor and you shot a rock out, then if your business is in your name, the house is in your name that you own, your car, they'll come after that instead of just your business assets. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. That's something I've learned, and so we went with the LLC. Okay, that doesn't mean that's the right choice for you, but that's just what we did, and it was cheap. It was only like $100, and it got us going. Okay, and insurance ain't that bad either, so don't be scared of that. And taxes, I'm not a tax expert. Everybody says, anybody, your friends, family start talking about owning a business, they're going to freak out. They're going to be like, but you're going to have to pay taxes on that. Do that under the table. And yes, anytime you can, do it under the table. That's great. Don't pay taxes on that cash money. Okay? Because you worked hard for that. I will agree with that. I'm not going to bullshit around and tell you different. But the taxes side of it, it's not really that bad. I mean, we're not making like millions of dollars. We're not $1 million. We're not even hit the 6-figure mark yet. Okay, we're still growing. But so I don't know how the taxes will be when we hit that point. But as of right now, they're not that bad. They're not. Okay. We have an LLC. We have a partnership. It's me and my business partner, and it just takes out of the taxes that we have to pay. It just takes out of our initial tax return. That's how it works so far for us. So it's nothing crazy. But don't be scared of that, guys. It's really simple to start. And like I said, $100 LLC, your business insurance, we just pay it in the 6-month or yearly, whatever it is. I think we got $1 million for like $450 for a 6-month policy term. So it's like, that's probably like $850 some, $900 a year. That it's not bad. And when you're actually getting these jobs and making it, it's like nothing. You just go ahead and pay it for the year and be done with it. Don't worry about it. So I want to recap. Okay, if you don't have equipment, do landscaping right off the bat, or go around your neighborhood and get some yards. Get at least 10 yards. That's what you want. Okay, you want to feel like you're making money. Get at least 10 yards. Okay, don't charge any less than $40. At least that's in my area. Your area might be more, it might be less. I don't know. Just the size of yards where we are in Virginia, it's no less than 40. They average between 40, 50, some are even 60. Okay, so keep that in mind. But if you don't have equipment, do landscaping. Get you some loppers, trim some trees, some hedges, pull weeds. Do that. You can make good money doing that. Okay. Another tip, though, I'll add into that. If you're starting out, don't go by an hourly rate. I did that, and don't ever tell your customers if you do have an hourly rate for yourself, give them a fixed price right off the bat. Like if you're thinking, all right, I'm going to pay myself $20 an hour, and this job should take me $4 or 4 hours. Should. Okay, don't tell the customer that you're $20 an hour, you're $15 an hour, because they will forever remember that, and it will come back and bite you in the butt. Okay, so don't do that. Just tell them a set price. If you say they've got a row of bushes that need trim, all right, and you think it'll take you a few hours, and you tell them, like, just Don't tell them an hourly rate or whatever. Don't even mention hourly. You just be like, that'll be like $200. All right, that'll be like $300, 150, whatever. All right, do that instead. Just give them a flat rate of what that'll be right there, and so they know what to expect, and it'd be by the job, right? That's what I've learned to work best, okay? And that's something that's very important. I want you guys to succeed. Now, back, recapping again, an LLC for us here in Virginia is only like $100 to start, okay? There might have been some tax fees in there. You have to pay, state tax towards this and that, but it wasn't really much over $100. I think $100 got us our paperwork saying that we were legit and this and that, and it went right to our email. We could print it off. We had it immediately in case anybody asked or needed it. It was for our own records, everything. Insurance, you want at least $1 million of general liability coverage, okay? If you don't have employees and all that, you don't need workers' comp right off the bat, but at least $1 million of coverage, and that is, it's not that much. It's not a big difference even from the $500,000. We had that for a while, and but we noticed trying to get into commercial or real business work with other businesses, you needed at least $1 million in general liability, or they wouldn't even talk to you. And it's not really that much more than your car insurance, okay? And depending on who you go with, it could be cheaper than your car insurance, okay? It's not bad. So don't be scared of that. Don't be scared of taxes. Don't listen to everybody that's saying, oh my God, you're going to have to pay taxes and it's going to fail. And there will be so many negative people when you say that you're going to start a business. You have to drown that out. You have to block it out. Do not listen to them at all. If that's what you want to do, do it. Okay, it's not going to be an easy ride by any means. It is hard. It's very difficult at times. But as long as you're determined, you're competitive, and you have a drive to succeed. Guys, one of the last things I want to talk about that a lot of people don't mention is Facebook. Facebook, you already got a Facebook. Most people do anyway. That's a great way to get your first customers. All right, just make a Facebook business page. Keep it professional. Post the stuff that you do. Invite people to like your page. You'll get business that way. But a big one people overlook when they first start out is Google. Get on Google. It's not hard. Just make a Google business page. They'll send you a verification code or whatever address you put in there. You enter that code and then you appear on Google. It's really simple. It's free. They'll even give you a free website tool, so you'll have a website. It's free. You don't have to pay for it, and it's very basic. Like the website looks very basic, but it's a start, and it looks better than not having one, especially in 2022. Right? Most people they expect your business to have a website, and you can upload pictures and this and that to it. It's free, all free. And most people, when they go, they look for a lawn care service, a landscaping service, any kind of service, plumbing, welding, whatever. They go on Google over Facebook. So that's something a lot of people just focus solely on Facebook. They spend all this money on Facebook ads, and I've had some luck with Facebook ads, but I've spent a lot of money to find out that a lot of times it doesn't work compared to Google. Okay, so Google is very important. It's a free tool. Unless you get into the ads, it's free. And that's where most people are going to find you. Okay? Get good reviews from customers. Anytime you do a job, ask for a review. The more reviews, the higher you're ranked in the search results. And that will help you too. And a lot of people don't mention that and stuff. But that's stuff I've learned over the years. And it has helped some. Okay, and I want to help you guys get going. If you just follow this video and take some of this information in, you'll be good to go. It's really not that hard to start a business. In the beginning, it's a struggle to get the customers, but once you get the customers going and more people have heard about you and you've got your name out there, it starts getting better. Every year, first year is going to be a struggle. More than likely, I'm going to be honest with you, nobody will tell you this, but first year, it's probably going to be a struggle. You're not going to be making the money you want to make. Second year, it's going to get better. All right, each year, it'll build more and more and more and more, and that's usually how it goes. I read somewhere in a book or magazine, it takes a business about 5 years to get grounded to the point where they're making the money that they want to make. And people actually, they know who they are, their name's out there, in about 5 years. So you got to be dedicated, you got to hold out, all right? But you can do this. I believe in you. And if you want to see more videos like this, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And guys, thanks for watching. I hope this helps. And good luck on your business journeys.